Hi everybody, it's Kéron Kyle. Namaskar, namaskar, namaste, Kese Hojiva. And this is Kéron Kyle from Saraf Ayla in Lira, or rather just Saraf Ayla on Instagram. SERAPH_EYELA. It's Turkish for the masculine spelling of Arlene, the light around the moon. It's kind of a derivative of my birth name, Kéron. But in any case, I am continuing the reading from the reel on my Instagram page. So I'm doing a reading for October 16th through October 22nd. Just reading the energies of the week for anybody who's going to be tuning into these videos, so that way they could just know what's ahead and know what's, if there's any seeds that are starting this week and 5 years from now, those seeds have flourished and blossomed and bloomed into some big idea. Well, this is the week that you did that. Or, if you just want to know what's going on this week in particular for something, that's what this is all for. Okay, so let's just see what's going on. Let's see what I can catch. And basically, what I was saying from earlier, for those who didn't tune in, was that it seems like you have a lot of obstacles that you're getting rid of, and you're coming more into your real self. You're surrounding yourself with positive people and people who are keeping you uplifted and in good spirits. You're removing the worries about the things that you don't know about. You're removing those dark intentions or those dark people, those people in the shadows lurking who may be against you. You're removing your concerns about them, and you're starting to equalize that give and take in your life. And the way you're doing that is through like rest and meditation, recuperation. That's basically more so what I was saying earlier in the reading from the reel. The clarity of the card is the key here is to not lose your patience. You planted seeds, you're watering them, you're working on things, you're waiting for things to blossom and bloom, come into full bloom. You're waiting for things to prosper, so you're not waiting in vain, but you are waiting for things to prosper in a certain way. And the best way for you to focus at the moment is to focus on yourself by resting, going into rest and recuperation, regenerate yourself, rejuvenate yourself, So, if I'm going to take it from the top, which I will, you got the Ten of Wands, followed by the Justice card. First card is the strongest card. So you are removing obstacles from your life. You're removing burdens from your life. Anything that is seemingly not of you, or anything that seemingly has nothing to do with your goals or your ambitions, you're getting rid of all of that. That aside, you are pioneering for some higher knowledge in your life. Maybe you are changing your career. Maybe you are changing the way that you view your reality. Maybe you're changing the way that you view your philosophies, or maybe you're just adapting a new philosophy to life in general. But essentially, you are shedding everything that is preventing you from moving forward. And you're shedding things that have nothing to do with you on top of that. So if it's somebody else's responsibility, or if it's like a family burden, family tradition, that doesn't necessarily mean that you always have to, you must pick up with certain things, So if you feel like you must have children because it seems like your parents want that, well, that's not something that you must do. It's more of a choice for you as a soul. Do you want to be responsible for these new souls that are going to be incarnating via you? That's your own personal choice. That's what I see here, though. Like, there's things that you're just like letting go of certain burdens, and you're trying to move towards something that's higher for your intellect and better for your spirit. You're trying to move more into like a mature action, a mature energy for your reality. And you may have learned how to do this, or you may be learning how to do this because of this combination coming up right here, where you have the Justice card reversed and then the Three of Swords upright. So yeah, more or less likely, you started to release something, felt like it was unfair that it was released, or felt like you did that wrong, or maybe you may get some negative repercussion. You reap what you sow, as I say. That's what happens to all souls. That's what happens to all of us. We reap what we sow. And perhaps that confusion that came upon you, you started to like realize, maybe the people that I surround myself with, they're actually giving me some type of light about something. Maybe I was missing something and I had the wrong intention, or maybe I saw something the wrong way, or misperceived something incorrectly based on a miscommunication of intention, or a miscommunication of synopsis. Like, just something that you just perceived entirely wrong from how you should have perceived, So again, back to this whole card about confusion and sorrow, you may have just been receiving some type of negative karma, or you may have just like had some kind of like legal issue not work in your favor, or maybe something that you planned just would not actually work for you. So it probably brought you into a place where you felt like, well, how can I continue to be true to myself but still not bring about so much misery and pain and whatnot? Because after the storm, there's always sunshine. There's always like a beautiful ray of sunshine and whatnot, and the flowers start to grow and whatnot after the rain comes and whatnot. So essentially, you're trying to get, by removing things that you don't want to hold on to, and by potentially removing the wrong thing by accident and it causing you a little more confusion and whatnot, you still manage to come to a place where you're like, okay, that was wrong, but it's not as bad as it may seem, because the following card was another three, but it was also the Three of Cups. So surrounding yourself with positive people. So maybe you try to leave a certain situation or remove yourself from a certain scenario or persons, and you realize, oh, well, this wasn't what I thought it was. Maybe it's not necessary for me to really like remove myself or remove them entirely. Let me like backtrack on that. And when you did, you came together and you were able to all go out and have a great time, or you were able to come together and like come to a great understanding, or have like a great conversation, or start a new budding friendship, or a new circle of associates or whatnot, or friends. So essentially what I'm saying here is stay true to yourself, because even if something did not work out for you, it's okay to know that you made a mistake. Those rainy days, those storms won't last forever. They won't last lifelong. And right over here, you got like, you're gonna be with people that you love anyway. There's gonna be people who share common themes, share common shaman, who share common themes, common ideas. I'm trying to say the word share, common, and share ideas all at the same time, and just keeps coming out as shaman. Perhaps maybe some of you need to see a shaman, or some of you are going to see a shaman, or maybe some of you are shamans. Maybe that could be what's going on. Definitely some type of healing is involved here, since you're going to be surrounding yourself with positive people. You're trying to heal from a certain situation that you likely let go of, or something that didn't work out for you. Leading you here wondering, most likely, are we enemies with those people? Like, maybe, like, I'm friends with these people, or these people are cool for me, but are there, because of this scenario here, and because of all of this, are these people now against me? And I wouldn't say that they are against you. I would just say, they probably just, everybody just probably is looking at each other for face value, but they're not paying mind to what that face value is eclipsing. And they're also wary of the dark side of the moon, the proverbial dark side of the moon that we never see. So that's just something that's going on there from, I want to say, all parties involved in that confusing situation that was essentially let go of or walked away from. I want to say that's what's going on there, is that everybody's wary of that dark side of the moon that we proverbially never see, but we're also just looking at each other for the face value of something, but we're not paying mind to what that face value is eclipsing or hiding behind it, or how it's obscured because of what it's standing in front of. So you're not seeing it in its full image per se. You're seeing it in its transient image, because it's overlapping something else, or overlapped by something else. So that's more so what I'm understanding with this whole moon reverse with these other combination of cards. Like, you may have hidden enemies and these friends or whatnot, but it's not like a lethal, fatal kind of thing. It is like a thing that it may reveal itself in due time through confusions, or through letting go of certain scenarios, or maybe just getting other people's opinions and or perspectives on certain things that you're doing or saying in your life, and that's going to reveal to you that dark side of the moon that you never saw with those people before. But other than that, you're going to be practicing an equal amount of give and take, an equal amount of exchange, because you have to see that certain things in your life have not been balanced at this point. And you have to see, what have you been giving to others that you haven't been giving to yourself? Because this is showing me that you need rest, recuperation. You need to meditate. You need to clear your mind, clear your spirit, go someplace where you have tranquility. Even if you feel like you're at peace already at the moment, well, then that's fine. Are you in a place or an environment that gives you that serene peace or tranquility, like like running alkaline water, like a creek or a river nearby, or the birds in the wild, the feral birds chirping, or like the crickets making their sounds? Oh, thank you, babies. or like, you know, the crickets making their sounds and singing their songs. Like, you know, being around nature, essentially, being somewhere that brings you back to center, brings you back to peace, that takes away all the societal stress, not just something that you're in society necessarily, like, and just like paying no mind to your worries, but more so something where like you can get away from, you know, get away from the mundane, or get away from your average everyday, you know. And this is what it's asking you, like, what have you been giving to others that you haven't been giving to yourself? And in that case also, what have you not been giving to others that you have been giving to yourself? What have you not been giving to those that they deserve, and what have you been giving to people who do not deserve? Like, these are the things that are imbalanced in your life. You may have been giving money or finances, you may have been giving like advice or whatnot, or time and attention to people who don't deserve it, but who use or manipulate you, which is why you feel you need to take a break from certain people, because you feel drained, or you feel all the negativity weighing you down, and you just need to center yourself. Be mindful of the company that you keep and share your energy and your resources with. Now, when I see this is letting me know that you're not being patient with what you're growing. You feel like you're doing things in vain, but you don't realize that, like, all these trials and tribulations, most people are really successful and really unique and diversified amongst one another under this kind of influence. So it's not that you're planting seeds and you're waiting for something or waiting for someone, or it's more so you are growing in that moment yourself. And the moment that you start to look at this as an opportunity of growth and life lessons, it may actually become something that cements itself in your life. You know, it may become something that takes root and flourishes and grows into a beautiful, bountiful, like abundant tree in your life, or fruit tree in your life, you know? So don't lose patience because things are confusing. Don't give up because things seem like they're just imbalanced and like the higher forces are against you. They want you to understand something. If something's not working right now, I'm not seeing anything that tells me that things are indefinitely just not at all going to work out for you, whether it's a job, finance, love, or like travels, whatever it is that you're looking at this reading for. I'm not seeing that what your ambition or what your goal is not going to not happen, you know, or I'm not seeing that it's not going to that it's going to not come into fruition. I'm not seeing that. What I'm seeing is that you have to balance something, which is why this is the first card here. You have to get rid of certain things first. Weed out all the weeds first. Uproot the weeds first before you plant new seeds. Because otherwise, that's not going to balance out. You can't really change and grow and evolve if you don't heal and or transmute or transcend those old energies and those old karmic cycles and patterns. It'll only lead to more confusion and dismay, which will push us to just pay no mind to what's going on and just surround ourselves with people who make us smile. All the while, still being wary of the things that we can't see, of the things that we don't know, of the mysteries that are out there that are seemingly right in front of our face that we just blatantly cannot figure out. Therefore, we give it no time or attention or effort when we probably should, and instead take the healthy route, a different healthy route, an alternative healthy route, and stay to ourselves until we can come to some sort of center and approach it from there. That's what I see. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to do a second video, so I'm going to start reading the astronomical advice for the week, so be prepared for that. Again, my Instagram is Seraph, SERAPH _ EYELA, Ayla. And if you want to get a reading with me, just go ahead, book me, inbox me, DM me. If you have my email, if you have my phone number, go ahead, call me, email me. Oops, sorry about all that, guys. Call me, email me. I'm I usually pretty much use my phone for almost everything, so I'm pretty much always available. Just sometimes I have technical difficulties depending on signal or service, depending on where I'm at. But other than that, I'm pretty much always good at responding. So if you have any kind of inquiries, just hit me up. And other than that, like, share, subscribe, put the notification bell on. Sorry, sometimes when I speak different languages, put the notification bell on, and it'll notify you when I make another new video. And I'm likely gonna release 2 today. So this is your lucky Saturday, guys. I love you, Jivas. I love you, souls, you consciousnesses, and have a beautiful day. And maybe I'll see some of you in life, and maybe I won't, but stay well.